let's take a look at this. Pro Football Focus has put up the projected starting lineups for every team. Here's what the Browns starting lineup looks like. Offense on the left side of the screen, defense on the right side of the screen. You look at it, and I don't know about you, but there's some things that jump out as needing some upgrades on this. When you look at those position groups and the projected starters as they stand now, granted free agency still not done, draft still not done, what area to you says, boy, the Browns need to work on this portion of the team?
Yeah, I think I'd start with the D-line. You know, Taven Bryan was a disappointment with the Jaguars. First-round pick, really didn't live up to that at all. It's done, in Jacksonville 4 years in. Jordan Elliott, I know the Browns have high hopes for him. He was a third-round pick a couple years ago. Has not done a ton in those 2 years. And then they have Chase Winovich is that second end opposite Myles Garrett. He seems more like a situational pass rusher to me. Maybe right now it would be Stephen Weatherly, who they signed a week ago, is your kind of first down guy because he's more of a run stopper. He's a bigger guy than Winovich. But that's the spot, right? You need a number 2 end. And I would like to see the Browns, if you're a Browns fan, add a real big piece to that interior. And then you can have, Bryan and Elliott and Togiai kind of work around that number 1 defensive tackle.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind, if you plan on playing Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at linebacker, you got to keep guys off of him because if you get a lineman on him, it negates his biggest asset, which is his speed and his quickness and ability to run sideline to sideline.
Yeah, that's totally right. Now, that starting lineup had Taki as the number 2 linebacker, and I think it would be Jacob Phillips. It'd be Phillips and JOK, and then Taki is probably the third guy. And then you have Anthony Walker Jr. Somewhere in that mix. Maybe he's your 4th guy. But you're right. And we talk so much about covering the pass, right? And that's why you have a nickelback. And that's why traded up to get JOK, because he can cover and he can run sideline to sideline. But in order to be able to, like they say, in order to be able to rush the quarterback or cover, you got to stop the run first. So there is still importance to the D tackle position. I don't know if the Browns think it's worthy enough to draft a guy there at number 44 or to pay big bucks in free agency, but there is a need. You have to be able to stop the run in the interior to make everything else even possible.
And you mentioned guys like Elliott and Togiai. Those are draft picks the last couple of years.